Alrighty, so up here we have what? Yep. Haley?
The symbol for
Fluorine. Okay, so we know they're doing fluorine. Where do we find these boxes? On the periodic table. So this is how every element, every atom looks on the periodic table. We've got the 9th element, fluorine, which has a symbol of F, and this number 19. So I'm going to ask you, what's the top number tell us? What is that called?
the atomic.
Atomic number. Very good. And what does the atomic number tell us?
How many protons?
How many protons? So what does that mean about every atom of fluorine in the Earth? Yep. 9 protons. Very good. So I'm just going to write. So that's the number of protons. Very good. So every atom of fluorine on Earth in the universe has 9 protons. If it doesn't have 9, it has 8. Is it fluorine anymore? It becomes oxygen. Cool. F. What's that for? What's that? Amy? Sorry, Zara. Ugh. I'm bad. Atomic symbol. Why do we have atomic symbols, Sarah? Very, very good. I don't need to write anything else for atomic symbol because we don't really take much more meaning out of it than we know that that's fluorine. You'll need that later on in chemistry, but not really right now. What's the 19.00 telling us? Thanks, Adam.
Yeah.
Atomic mass. And what does that tell us about the atom?
How many electrons is it?
Is it electrons? Would anyone like to give them a hand? Alice?
Protons and neutrons.
Yep, so we've got the number of protons plus neutrons. I heard someone say it very well in my other class today. So what's that really telling us?
The mass.
Yeah, the mass. And if we were drawing this atom,
How many neutrons if you take away the atomic number
good.
from the atomic mass?
So you can find the number of neutrons is if you subtract the number of protons from the atomic mass. So how many neutrons does this atom have, Charlie? 10. Very good. Someone in the other class, because I've asked you to draw it over here, someone in the other class said, well, that just means I've got to put 19 little rings inside. Actually, it was in this class. It was Kyle. He said you've got to put 19 rings inside. So the moment you see this, you know exactly how many rings are going in your nucleus. So that's almost like the nucleus number. Does that make sense? I thought it was a really good way of putting it. So the nucleus number. Now, how many electrons do we have? 9. We don't definitively know, but we assume, unless told otherwise, that it's got the same as the protons. Happy with that? So you can write number of protons, and then in brackets up here, and electrons. Now, question 3 asked us to draw that. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. So I should have, what's that? What's that part of my atom? What do we call that? The nucleus. So how many pluses do I need to put in? 9. I try not to put them too close to each other, but I'm not too worried. 6, 7, 8, 9. 2, 4, 6, 8. 10 rings left over. Does that sound right? Should be 10. And then here, I'm drawing my electrons. So how many do I need in my next ring? 7. Very good. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And that's not very good drawing, but that's why I do science and maths and not art. Very good. You've just interpreted the periodic table. Sorry, I forgot to put the last symbol down. What's that? The name. Okay, very good. So now you've just interpreted the periodic table, drawn a planetary model of the atom. Why do you think they call it the planetary model? Yeah, it's not you're right, it's not to scale. What's that kind of look like if I had 9 rings? Or 8 rings. Saturn's a planet. If I had 8 rings, say like one called Mercury, one called Venus, one called Earth.
Galaxy.
Oh, yeah, the solar system, what would that be?
Sun.
The sun. Okay, so they call it the planetary model because it kind of looks a little bit like the solar system. And that's the model you'll be using predominantly for the remainder of your schooling career. Sweet. There's another atom, another model called, made by a guy called Niels Bohr. Some kids find that boring. Good, you're getting it, you're getting it. Okay, very good. You come across that one in physics, but not needed for now. Sweet. So what you're going to do now is move on to this sheet here. And using your periodic table, fill out the information that you can there. I'll pull you up in about 5 minutes.